So three-step equations. We've looked at 1 and 2 step. Basically, these are just one more step that you need to do. And once you've done the first step, you're then left with a 2-step equation, which you know how to do. And then once you've done the second step, you're left with a 1-step equation, which you all know how to do. So it's just one tiny bit more onto the process. So we've got one here, 2 outside of 4x plus 5 equals 34. Obviously, it's a distributive law type question. So what do we need to do to the left-hand side of the equation before we do anything else?
Solve the bracket.
Yeah, we need to expand it, don't we? We need to expand the brackets. So this one, and you all know how to do this, let's put our equal sign here, and 34, because it's still going to equal 34. No, sorry, I don't like the round drawn before there. Okay, so we're going to do this. 2 times 4x is 8x. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay? So now we're left with 8x plus 10 equals 34. What do I need to do now?
Subtract 10 from both sides.
Yeah, I need to eliminate the constant, don't I? So I'm going to take 10 from both sides. Okay, this is going to end up as a fraction, I think. And so we've got 8x equals 44. 24, sorry. Yes, sorry. I was thinking that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Thank you, sorry, it's fine. And then we've got 8 times x is 24, which is a 1-step equation. Divide by 8.
3.
X equals 3. That's right. So it's just literally one more step. Here then, let's see if I can get this one right. So we've got 5x plus 5. 5 outside of x plus 5 plus 4 equals 39. So what do I need to do first? Expand the brackets. So we've got 5x plus 25 plus 4 equals 39. Now I need to do what? Yeah, we can simplify that. So it's 5x plus 29 equals 39. Now I've got to eliminate the constant. What's the constant? 29. So it's positive 29, so the inverse is take 29. So we're going to take 29 from both sides. Let's see if I can actually do this correctly this time and not add it. And so 5x is going to equal 10. Okay, so 5 times x is 10. Yeah, what's the inverse of multiply by 5? Divide by 5. Divide by 5. So x is going to equal 2, because 10 divided by 5 is 2. So this one here then, we've got 6x divided by 5 plus 5 equals 35. So don't need to expand anything at the moment. So what's the first thing I'm going to get rid of? The constant, that's right. So I need to subtract 5 from both sides. So I'm left with 6x over 5 equals 30. Because 35 take 5 is 30. So 6x divided by 5 is 30. There's another constant now.
Divide by 5.
Divide by 5, that's right. So what's the inverse of divide by 5? Multiply by 5. Multiply by both sides by 5. So we've got 6x equals 150. Now what do I need to do?
Divide by 6.
6 times x is 150, so the inverse of 6 times is divide by 6. So divide by 6, x equals 25. That's right. Right, everyone okay?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'll just leave the last one up for a second so you can finish writing it down. So we've got 3 more that we're going to have a look at. Now, they were all relatively straightforward in that they only had positives and things, okay? So let's try something with some negatives. So this one, 5x, subtract 25, divided by 9 equals 24. No, sorry, I've mixed my questions up. Divided by 3 equals negative 5. So we've got a negative here, which complicates matters slightly. And here we've got 5x subtract 25, which is all divided by 3. So the 25 at the moment is not a constant because the whole line goes across there. That is different to 5x over 3 take 25. So don't confuse the two, okay? They are different. Okay, so what is the constant that I need to eliminate first? Tyler?
The divide by 3.
Divide by 3. So the inverse of divide by 3 is multiply by 3. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. So that leaves us with 5x take 25. What's negative 5 times 3? Negative 15. Okay. Now what do I need to do? Lachlan? Add 25 to both sides, because this is the constant now. So we need to eliminate that. So we're going to add 25, because add 25 is the inverse of take 25. So we're left with 5x equals 10. So 5 times x is 10. What's the inverse of times by 5? Divide by 5, that's right. Divide by 5, divide by 5, x equals 2. Can I have some thumbs? Excellent, okay, great. This one then, let's have a look at this. So, this one is a distributive one, but there's some negatives again. Okay, so negative 3 outside of x plus 3, take 6 equals 3. So, what do I do first? Expand the bracket. Okay, so negative 3x, take 9, because negative 3 times positive 3 is negative 9, take 6 equals 3. What do I do then?
Would you do one of the constants?
Simplify this constant here. So it's negative 3x, take 15 equals 3. Get rid of the constant. So here I am going to add 15 to both sides, which is the inverse of take 15. Okay, so it's negative 3x is going to equal 18. Now what do I do? Divide both sides by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. Divide by negative 3. So x is going to equal negative 6.
With the other one, does it matter which constant you actually take first? Because if you switch it around and did
For this
how do you
one,
know which constant to eliminate first?
because that one, if you think about it, that is part of a group. So it's not on its own. That one, the divide by 3, is on its own. So you get rid of the one that's on its own, not the one that's in part of a group. Good question. You'll kind of start to learn, you'll look at an equation and you'll think, oh yeah, right, that's the bit I've got to get rid of first. You kind of learn to do it. Because if you tried to get rid of that negative 25 first, you'd have got in a real pickle. Okay? Right, one more then. Is everyone with me?
Yeah.
Good. Right. And so obviously, if you are finding it a bit quick, just watch the video again and go through the steps, because we are explaining what we're doing each time. So, this one. Now this is one of your, this one will answer your question again, Jordell. Okay, so the 3x take 18 is divided by 5. Now if I were to write that the kind of long way, it would have to be like this. So when you write it out like that, because obviously the
Divide by
3x
5.
take 18 is all divided by 5.
You wrote 3.
Oh, sorry. 5. The 3x take 18 is all divided by the 5. So it shows you, when you write it that way, it's pretty obvious which one's the constant, isn't it? It's the divide by 5 bit, isn't it? Because that is still part of that group. Okay, so if the divide by 5 is the thing we need to eliminate, what's the inverse of divide by 5? Multiply by 5, both sides. So then we've got 3x take 18 equals 45. Now what do I need to? Again, it's a bit obvious now which one's the constant that we need to eliminate. Negative 18. So what's the inverse of negative 18? Add 18. So 3x is going to equal 63. So 3 times x is 63. What's the inverse of times by 3? Divide by 3. So x is going to equal 21.